Morning, everyone. Today I think it's important to talk about something that kind of affects a lot of us. Due to a recent upsurge in gas prices, I think it's important to look at alternatives to conventional vehicles. Even though electric vehicles are the minority at this time, it's kind of clear that they are vastly superior to traditional vehicles. First, I think it's important to look at statistical data to compare the cost of travel between the two types of vehicles. In 2017, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration and the Bureau of Labor Statistics, electricity was 16 cents per kilowatt hour, and gas was around $2.86 a gallon, which I don't know if you guys drive, but $2.86 is kind of generous for California. So if you compare two types of vehicles, so the average miles per gallon on cars sold in 2008 through 2017, it's been around 25 miles per gallon. So if you compare that to the highest energy requiring electric vehicle, which right now is the Model X, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tesla. In 1 year, the Tesla, if it travels around 13,000 miles, it spends around $665, compared to a regular vehicle spends around $1,487. So that's about $800 difference a year. So that's kind of a big deal when you're trying to save money, and the cost of the vehicle kind of outweighs the traditional vehicles at first, but once the cost travel is put into the numbers, the electric vehicles kind of make up what they cost. Second, I think it's important to look at environmental factors. The U.S. Department of Energy was quoted as saying electric vehicles running only on electricity have zero tailpipe emissions. There is a but, which is the source of the energy can produce emissions, so like power plants, things like that. But when they're compared to the source for traditional vehicles, which is gasoline, electric vehicles only make up less than 50% of what gasoline does. So the numbers are around 4,000 for CO2 emissions compared to around 12,000 for gasoline vehicles. Finally, I'd like to share a fact about the structure of electric vehicles. So the way that electric vehicles are composed, they have a battery pack and a motor, so they don't run like a traditional vehicle with a regular motor or an engine, transmission or anything like that. They just run off a motor and battery pack. So the battery pack runs along most of the base of a vehicle, or an electric vehicle, being able to distribute the weight evenly throughout the entire vehicle, as well as making the center of balance really low on the cars. So because of the battery pack, it also reinforces the sides of the vehicle, making them a little safer during accidents. So it allows them to be less likely to roll over and to crumble if they're hit from the side or T-bone, which are one of the most common types of accidents that people get into, people running red lights and getting T-boned. So in conclusion, I think it's pretty evident that the evidence for electric vehicles is pretty clear. They're vastly superior to traditional vehicles, and hopefully they continue to rise. So that's it for me.